there, Diana from Adirondack Girl at Heart. I teach vintage and antique lovers how to create successful antique businesses that they love. One of the ways I do that is through these videos. Today I'm going to be focusing on true antiques, many of which are Victorian and date to about the turn of the last century, 1900 to 1920. Since Valentine's Day is right around the corner, I'm going to start with a Victorian Valentine's Day card, a pop-up card that is absolutely beautiful. It's got the little honeycomb in the front and the fence that pops out with the doves, lots of Valentine references, of course, the heart, the doves, and the forget-me-nots. And I paid $2 for it. And I would value it at about $25 to $30. I have had great success selling Valentines, vintage and antique Valentines on eBay. This one was probably made in the United States. It's not signed USA or Germany, but that's my guess that it's American. I sell Valentines as old as early 1900s all the way up till the 1950s on eBay. So give it a try if you haven't already. Okay, here is a beautiful Mary Gregory glasses with these white silhouettes. This is actually applied onto the glass, are referred to as Mary Gregory, and I paid $3 for it at a Habitat Restore, and it is worth about $20 also, 20 to 25. I love artist supplies, I guess because I love art. What a great box, right? So I paid $1 for the box, and inside are, it said it's called the Drawing Model's Third Year. And so it contained some wooden shapes. I think it had originally 3 shapes, and it has 2. Only 2 remain. So this cone shape and this egg shape, oval shape. I will probably price that. I'll sell that on Etsy for, I'll probably price it around $25. That'll be a start anyway. And here's a cool box, not in great shape. I paid 50 cents for it. It held lenses, like optical lenses, probably in a doctor's office. And it has a little brass push button, but that is not working at the moment. In any event, $10, something like that. We'll give that a try. This is a cool piece. This is a golf record keeper. I don't know what you call that. I don't golf, so I don't know. It's got this really beautiful marbleized paper on the inside of the cover. It probably would have had a little, maybe a little pencil that you could tuck in there. Anyway, I paid $1 for that, and I think I'll price it $12 to $15. I just got these recently. Aren't they the cutest? They have little spun cotton heads. This guy with the carrot, that's like a bottle brush tree stem. I don't know if it's feathers or what, but I paid $1.50 for each of them, and they should sell for about $15 to $20. They're little chenille arms. This guy's got a little scarf around his neck. They're adorable. I bought these 3 little books at an estate sale, at the same estate sale, for $1 each. This is a souvenir from Rome, and inside are these sepia-toned images of important places in Rome. I'm not recognizing any of those right off the top of my head. But I hope something like this would bring about $10 to $15. And then I picked up Violets to Greet You. You've probably seen these little booklets out when you've been shopping. This one dates to 1904, I believe. And oh my gosh, some of the sweetest little sayings and poems. Stars will blossom in the darkness, violets bloom below the snow. Pretty, right? Again, well, not again, I would price that a little bit higher, $15 to $18. I will try that on Etsy. And then here's Jules from Longfellow, 1908, and filled with quotes from his works. Ye voices that arose after the evening's close and whispered to my restless heart repose, go breathe it in the ear of all who doubt and fear, and say to them, be of good cheer. Really pretty illustrations, and like I said, $15 to $18, $20, something like that on Etsy is what I'm hoping. They're just sweet little books, right? Okay, I have a couple of plastic items. This is a celluloid Gillette razor blade box. I just thought that was adorable. I do have a video and an article planned on celluloid, so it was $3. I did not find anything like it on eBay, and there are some really big collectors of razors and razor blades and all things shaving for men. So on eBay, this might go for like $25. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping. And then this, it looks like celluloid, but it's like a pin back button. So this is like enamel on the front. It's white rose tea. This little bit right here is celluloid. So this was the cover to something, and I'm not sure what it would have been. That's very small to be related to tea. If you have any thoughts on that, let me know in the comments, okay? And then this was in a free box. It's a pair of sunglasses, and I just thought, wow, those are so cool. Like for a photo shoot or, you know, an accessory in a photo shoot. They were repaired, kind of glued there on the bows, but I just decided to pick them up. And this container actually says General Electric. So, okay, now that I'm saying that out loud, maybe these were some kind of protective lenses. I don't know. Very interesting. Okay, so now I have a few sewing related items. Really sweet crazy quilt pincushion, velvet on the bottom, the crazy quilt on top. It has a little trouble spot there, but oh my gosh, I just think that is really so cool. Homemade little pincushion. It actually has a few pins in it, and I paid $1 for it. I would price that on Etsy, I think, is where I'll try to sell that in the $15 to $20 range. And then I picked up this box, was filled with sort of modern bookmarks, like from the last half of the last century. And so I do have a blog post planned on bookmarks, but I took them out and I will sell the box separately. Aunt Lydia's was a very well-known thread brand, and I pulled this out of my stash. It wasn't in the box, but I just wanted you to see. So I'm not sure if it would have fit in there. No, it's too big. It's too big for this box, but it would have had similar thread. The other side is the American Thread Company, which I always love these spools because of that star in the middle. So farmhousey. Anyway, I think this box will sell well, and 15 to 20, maybe more. We'll have to see about that. And then the last sewing related is this handmade needle case. Isn't that sweet? Pink velvet. And then inside are the needles. I picked this up at an antique shop. Everything was so overpriced. I think this was the only thing I bought. It was $1, because $1 is my favorite price. Maybe I'll link this up with the pin cushions, since, ooh, they're both pink. I didn't buy them together. Maybe they would sell really well together, like a little sewing lot. In any event, $10 to $12 for that. And while we're looking at velvet, here's a red velvet hat display, $10 to $12 for that. And then the last piece that I want to show you is this German paper punch. Remarkably, I picked it up for $5. And you see that? It says, welcome to all. Welcome to all. These German paper punches, this is paper, and then this is threads. There's a lot of reflection there, sorry about that. Used to sell for $100, $125, $150 each. They have gone down somewhat. I just sold one that said, thy will be done, much more muted tones for $60. So, and they typically had religious phrases on them. So this is unique in that it's not religious. Also, the brightness of the color of the words is unusual. Like, it's so easy to read. Sometimes they're very difficult to read. And so I think this is going to bring me more than the last one that I had, Thy Will Be Done. I am going to put this in my shop and price it for $100 to $110. I do need to secure this in the frame better. This is a very Victorian style frame, of course, and there's just a look at the back. And it is missing a couple of these little corner pieces, and I actually have a stash of those, so I'm going to see if I can use them as replacements. So that was a really great find, and I wanted to show you at the same time, this is a bookmark. I've already done a video on it, but I wanted to show it to you so you could see. That was a large size paper punch. Here is a tiny little paper punch. So the backing is paper and it's punched with holes, and then you would embroider through those holes. So Remember Me would make a sweet gift, right? So this is actually listed on eBay right now for $38. It is a beautiful Victorian paper punch, and a collector should be interested in that piece. Got a couple of more books for you. Here is one with a beautiful gold gilt cover. It's The Young People of Shakespeare's Dramas. So it's an anthology of sorts, has some illustrations inside, and I paid $1 for it. It should go for about $12 from my antique booth. And then here's one, I love the cover. Look at the fantastic condition. It's like new. This book dated to 1887, this one to 1909. And just a nice decorative cover. You could decorate with that if you wanted to. And then inside are poems and some really pretty illustrations. This one was also $1, and I will price it at $15 to $18. And again, antique booth, Etsy. I have to think about that. 2 pieces of china. Older china. I would date this one probably to like the 1920s. This is a Wedgwood plate. It's marked Wedgwood on the back. And red or pink transferware does sell fairly well, usually in the $10 range. I'm going to price this a little higher. This is a monument, the Bennington Monument. We live about 45 minutes away from Bennington, and so I bought it because it's regionally interesting to people who come to shop at the grist mill, where I have my antique booth, are on Route 7, often driving toward Bennington or coming from Bennington to shop. So it was $3, and I will price it at about $20 to $25. And then I picked up this canister. It's German. It's signed Schwarzberg on the bottom. So that's probably an area in Germany, maybe before Germany united, you know, became a country back in, I don't know, the 1800s. And it was originally $6, but it was a half price day at this thrift store that we went to in the Kingston, New York area. Anyway, $3, and it's got some heft to it. I would probably call it ironstone, and price it about $25 to $30. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing these true antique finds, some Victorian, and as always, happy hunting.